Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something that was oddly very requested, and it is for me to do a video all about PMS, answering questions about dealing with cravings, going to the gym. I've gotten this question on and off for years, and I've done one, but I think it was a really long time ago, and I figured what better time than now to do this video for you guys. It's actually very perfect timing because I have a very exciting sponsor for this video. They are the first tampons that I ever started using. I am going to be working with a company called Playtex Sport. Guys, I started using these tampons when I was 14 or 15 years old. They are the first tampons that I ever used. So this is insanely exciting to say that this video is sponsored by Playtex Sport. So a little backstory. I was 10 when I got my period, so I was incredibly intimidated to wear tampons. I did not start wearing them until I was in high school. And when I did, they changed my life. And this is literally the brand that I started using, so it is very cool. Let me just give you a few pointers as to why Playtex Sport is so incredible. They have a 360-degree design and flex fit technology that moves literally the way that you move. There is a reason that so many girls who go to the gym or into doing anything remotely athletic love using these tampons. They are literally designed to fit your body and its every move for a protective leak barrier. While you're swimming, running, or doing anything remotely active, Playtex Sport is literally the #1 athletic tampon brand for a reason. So like I said, I've been using these for years. They've literally just been, it's like not a question. They're just always, they're always stocked in my cabinet. So getting the opportunity to work with them is very exciting for me. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to the link in my description box. It's www.playtexplayon.com. I'm also going to include a link that has some coupon codes available for you guys, which will be just below that if you guys want to check that out too. Let's go ahead and move on to the question and answer segment of this video. Question number 1 comes from Sierra Suave, and she says, do you get intense cravings, and if so, how do you curb them? Girl, do I get intense cravings? Okay, let's be perfectly honest here. We are women. We're already naturally hormonal. We have so much estrogen pumping through our veins that the second our period comes, it just is like, oh, estrogen for everyone. Yes, I do get cravings, and what I will say is that oftentimes I allow myself one day out of my period to have a freebie day to eat literally whatever I want. But the thing is, with me, I have a certain level of control now. I don't binge. I don't go and eat 10,000 calories worth of food. For me, it's going to 7-Eleven, buying myself 2 chocolate bars, a bag of chips, buying myself, you know, some sort of a juice, and calling it a day. I don't need a bunch of pizza. I don't need, you know, I don't need a bunch of meals. I just want some garbage snacks to eat for the first day, because when my period comes, the first day is genuinely the roughest day for me. And that's just me being transparent. So after that, I will try to maintain it to maybe 1 chocolate bar a day, which I don't think is the end of the world. We're on our period. We should be allowed to enjoy a candy bar and not feel guilty about it. If you are somebody that wants like really extreme snacks, just really try to think to yourself, do I really want this? Do I really need this? You probably don't. You probably just need to drink some water, take some painkillers, and enjoy a chocolate bar. And I promise you, chocolate will make you so much happier. Veronica Dove said, what foods help cramps, and do you use organic brands? The first thing that I think of when I hear this is potassium. Potassium is something that we regularly need to ingest to help with muscle cramps. So why would it not apply to period cramps as well? Bananas are always huge for me if I'm trying to avoid taking any painkillers. However, oftentimes when my period cramps are really bad, I do just vouch for some sort of, you know, ibuprofen or something like that. But I will say that potassium is going to be a huge one, and so obviously adding some bananas to your diet pre and during your period will genuinely make a difference. It might not be anything super obvious for you to notice, but you'll notice that your cramps aren't hitting you as bad, and that's something that I've always done, so that's the one food I can count on. However, I did research foods that do help fight PMS because I really didn't think of anything other than potassium and bananas. But I'm seeing here low-fat yogurt, salmon, broccoli, pumpkin seeds, eggs, peanuts, bananas, and chamomile tea. It says here that they did a joint study by researchers from the University of Massachusetts where they analyzed the calcium and vitamin D intakes of nearly 3,000 women who were eating a diet with calcium-rich dairy product, especially those that had vitamin D, and it lowered the risk of developing PMS by 40%. So that's pretty impressive. The same thing seems to carry on with the salmon, is that it has large amounts of vitamin D. Broccoli is just straight up a good source of fiber, which I would assume is probably why they're saying that. Yeah, so the list just goes on, but those are some foods that I would recommend trying out to help reduce your PMS symptoms. Xandra_Tiap Tani says, what birth control do you use if you do, and which one would you recommend? I'm actually not currently on birth control. I'm looking to get back on in the next couple of weeks. I took a break because the birth control that I was using, it felt like it was starting to mess with my estrogen levels a little bit, even though it was low hormone. And I was also losing hair. Like, my hair was becoming so dry and brittle, and I've finally gotten it healthy again. So I'm curious to get back on it because I did love it, but I don't know if it's actually making a difference. But I was using the NuvaRing, and I loved it so much because it's literally pretty much the size of this little hair tie, and you just squeeze it and insert it, and it stays in there for 3 weeks, and then you take it out, you get your period, and you proceed as usual. So I really loved it a lot. But I know a lot of people use like the Nexplanon, IUD. I get a little more skeptical with those because they're implants and it just freaks me out. I like something that I have control over but I can forget about, because birth control pills I forget about. NuvaRing, you don't, because it's in your calendar. It's just like, you know, you got to do it 3 weeks. It's just easy. I loved it, and I know a lot of people have had really, really great experiences with it. Soy.Zilla says, do you take off working out time when you are on your period? This really depends. Typically, no. I have actually recently trained myself to really enjoy and look forward to going to the gym when I'm on my period. I just end up wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt. I'm bloated. I don't feel the greatest, so I'm not really trying to wear some cute little sports bra and leggings. I like to go in there, my hair tied back and a hat on, headphones in, and sweatpants, and just be left alone. I do feel that when I work out, it alleviates my cramps so much because I'm so focused on the actual workout that I don't have time to sit there and focus on the cramps of the lining shedding happening. So yeah, no, I typically don't take time off. However, this last period was really brutal to the point where I did not want to leave my bed. I was very emotional. I was in a lot of pain due to my cramps. So I took off, I think, 3 days at the gym. So I only do it when it's really brutal to the point where I'm like, I do not want to get out of bed. I feel ill. Other than that, no, I really think getting yourself to go to the gym when you're on your period is so great, and you end up feeling so much better. Marissa.hg said, do you train different while you're on your period? If so, what type of training do you opt to? I train exactly the same when I'm on my period. I think it also just depends on the type of workouts that you do though. For me, mine is a lot of like bodybuilding, strength lifting based, and it's nothing that I feel that I can't handle. If anything, I do feel more fatigued and lethargic, and definitely am more prone to early fatigue when I'm in the gym. So I might have a deload week on my period week, so instead of trying to max out or increasing the weight that week on squats or deadlifts or bench, I will just do maintenance, that sounds like calorie counting, but I'll just do a weight that is like at an RP 7, which would be meaning that I've got like 3 to 4 reps left in the tank after. I just don't want to overexert my body because it's already going through a lot internally. But for the most part, no, training stays the exact same, and I think it's the most optimal to do it that way. And like I said, deloading is really helpful too. A lot of people are asking about what I crave the most when I'm PMSing. I kind of touched on this in the beginning, but my go-tos, let's just bond for a second over cravings. I love chocolate bars that have some sort of caramel base or crunchy base or wafer, just chocolate. I like chips, any type of chip really, it doesn't even matter. As long as there's a crunch, I'm happy about it because I need something to wash down the chocolate. Then after the chips, I go on to powdered donuts, and then after the powdered donuts I have a sour candy, and then I drink some sort of juice, and I'm content. I don't know why, this is just like I have an actual routine that I know I can count on when my period comes, and it typically goes exactly like that. Haley_roll says, how to handle PMS acne. I haven't had issues with PMS acne for a long time. I genuinely think that it is all a hormonal issue, and a lot of people, depending on what your reason is, people end up going on actual medication, people end up getting facials regularly, people end up doing extreme treatments. I don't know exactly what yours is, but it's very likely something happening hormonal where you're having a hormonal imbalance. The only breakouts that I really end up getting is I'll get like one on my face, and then I'll get a few on my chest area, and it's actually pretty annoying because they just sprinkle all over my chest, and there's honestly nothing that I can do about it. I've just sort of accepted that I'm gonna get 20 pimples on my chest when my period is coming, and it sucks. I wash my skin, I exfoliate there, and nothing really stops it. So I just sort of deal with it because the second my period goes away, it's done. However, I could see how if it is on your face, it would be a bit more annoying and something you'd want to get under control. I just can't give you exact reasonings for that. That's something that you'd probably want to research, talk to a doctor about. If it's really bad, it might be something internal that you have to get some medical help for. This is kind of a cute question. Sabrina says, is it normal to have small farts while on your period? Okay, this is gonna be TMI, but I'm gonna say it because no one else wants to. I feel that when I am on my period, and I've talked to my girlfriends about this and they all agree with me, when I am on my period, my body is going through a complete detox phase. Detox phase. Farting, regular bowel movements, and just my body's like, purge it all. Get it all out of her system. I am a lot more prone to gas, to cramping, to bowel movements. Yes, I believe it is totally normal. Somebody just said fetus position. If that isn't a mood for PMSing, I don't know what else is. Flowers and MMA says, have you ever used CBD oil / balm and did it help? So no, I actually haven't used any CBD oils, but everybody recommends it to me. My grandma uses CBD oil for her arthritis, and she literally said she stopped taking strong painkiller medication because the CBD was helping way more and it wasn't making her feel sick. So I know that CBD has extreme healing properties and is supposed to really alleviate a lot of really crummy symptoms. But no, I personally have not tried it, but I just recently got a bunch of CBD oils in the mail. So I will try it on my next period and I will update you and let you know if it actually made a difference. However, if any of you guys in the comment section have used it, please let me know how it worked for you and what kind of difference you notice. My last question comes from GNFYDG, and she says, do you feel weaker when trying to lift? I feel as if everything is so much heavier. Kind of touched on this in the gym. Yes, I totally feel weaker. I genuinely think it's all hormonal. I think it's also a state of mind. When we are not feeling good, our state of mind isn't feeling good. So that's why when we take caffeine and then we go to the gym, it's a stimulant. So we're feeling really good. We're feeling really pumped up and optimistic and just ready to crush a workout. Whereas when we're on our period, we feel lethargic, we feel tired, we're grumpy, we're crampy, and that also just affects our overall mood, which then affects our overall strength because of the way that we're feeling. I totally feel weaker, and no matter how hard I try, even if I drink caffeine, I'm still weaker, so I can't explain that portion of things. That's probably science that I can't even begin to understand. Go lighter on the weights. Even if you do body weight, it's better than nothing. Get yourself active and you're gonna feel so good about it. You will feel so happy that you did it. Even if it's just going for a walk for an hour, you'll be happy you did it. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for this PMS Q&A video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that it was helpful for you guys and hopefully answered some questions that maybe you guys have been curious about. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll definitely take some time to respond and answer them. Also, quickly want to thank Playtex Sport again for sponsoring this video. Very exciting collaboration opportunity for me. And yeah, if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to throw the video a thumbs up, comment below what you want to see next, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Besitos, bye.